Hello and welcome to Exclaimer. In this video, we're going to walk through how to build your first signature template within the product, using tips and tricks and best practices along the way. To get started, click on the Signatures tab on the left-hand side of the screen. Here you'll be able to choose a default signature or already built one to see how it works and see if it fits your brand and design you like. If you don't see one you like, click Create Blank Signature and this will bring up a window to choose the table shape. Not every signature will need a table shape, however they do help you to lay out your design as neatly as possible. On the left hand side of the UI are all the tools and elements you need to build your signature template, from text and fields to social media, tables, images and icons, along with some other tools from our pro and standard plans such as social media feeds, calendars, QR codes and feedback tools. This box in the middle is our canvas and this is where we're going to place the elements to build our signature. It is already set to Calibri, 11 points and black, and we can change those at a later date or now if you wish. Above is our Create Headline Content tool, which allows you to apply things above the message body. This is for our standard and pro packages. At the bottom here is where your signature will appear, along with the ability to change the user details and see how that reacts. So type in an email address, for example, and it will show that user's data. Let's start by dragging in some tables to build our shape. You can use tables within tables to construct the design a bit more, as well as dragging over other elements such as a custom table for multiple rows up to 20 or 20 columns if you wish, as well as other tables in different table shapes. They are set to inherit, so that means that they will inherit from the canvas. Okay, and we'll go through that in a little bit. And let's drag in some personal fields as well into the places we need. Everything within the curly bracket pulls from Microsoft 365, a local Active Directory, or Google Workspace if you're using Google Workspace. You can select the drop down to change the fields, you can add fields, and you can remove them quite happily. When you're happy, click OK. The contact fields have telephone, fax, mobile and email already applied. The website, you can just type in your website, so we're just going to put in our one here. Again, you can add fields and remove them and change them at any time. The benefit of using the contact fields is they will already have a hyperlink applied, and you can change the labels to anything you like. So for example, tel, fax, mobile, email. You can go down the route of T, F, M or C depending on where you are, W, or you can change them to icons or anything you like in these boxes. Again, when you're happy, click OK. Again, they will inherit the style set on the canvas. The address fields are also the same, and you can choose the layout you want with all of these options. And we're going to use the single line today. The separators allow for commas, pipelines, spaces, anything in between to create space between elements, and they will automatically hide if either field are empty. Again, add and remove fields that you wish, and when you're happy, click OK. So now we've got some fields in there, we're ready to add in some images. The image and logo tool allows you to upload a web hosted link for an image or straight from your desktop, We recommend that images are uploaded at the same size that you want them to be. If you're not sure, upload it anyway and click OK. We accept JPEGs, PNGs and GIF files. If you are using an animated GIF file, please make sure there is something on the first frame. Otherwise, some older versions of Outlook or mail clients may not play through the full animation. You can also replace images straight away, and we also accept anything under 150 kilobytes and 2500 pixels wide by 2500 pixels high. Again, if you're not sure about the size, you can resize it in this window. Just click on the image and type in the size that you want it to be, leaving either the width or height as auto if you wish. Then we recommend to go back into an image editing tool such as Photoshop, Paint, another software called GIMP for example, to resize the image to those dimensions, then replace the image within the product. Okay. You can also add a hyperlink, so we can do our website, also some alt text for any screen readers out there. You can also change the alignment if you want to as well. I'm going to leave this for now and go back in a little bit later. Next, let's add in some banners. With banners, we recommend a maximum width of 600 pixels to get started, and that's 600 pixels wide. We also recommend 450 pixels as an optimal width for mobile devices and 320 pixels for the minimum width we recommend. You can go bigger and you can go smaller. These are just some recommendations to get you started, and that goes for the whole width of the signature as well. They work exactly the same way as the image and logo tool, it's just the placeholder is different. Another tool we have are the rotating banners in our standard and pro packages. This allows up to 15 images at once that you can rotate randomly, daily or in order, with separate hyperlinks, alt text, etc. And this will be good for any marketing campaigns, any products you want to rotate through, and so on and so forth. The user photo also allows a bit more of a personal touch to your signature. You can bulk upload photos under Manage User Data in the configuration area here. And you can also upload any shape you want, such as circular, hexagonal if you wish, as well as for our pro plans to synchronize with Microsoft 365 or the local Active Directory, so you don't have to worry about re-uploading your photos. You can also drag in some icons if you want to. They're also under the Images and Icons toolbar. And other icons are our social media. So we have Facebook, LinkedIn, X, also known as Twitter, and YouTube already applied. But you can add and remove fields exactly the same way, and choose from Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, Skype, TikTok, Vimeo, and obviously the standard ones of Pinterest as well. If you have icons that you want to use, or some that are missing and you want to use them, use the image and logo tool to upload those images, and they can be your social media. You can also change the hyperlinks straight away if you want to. They are default to the company name. You can also change the alt text as well. When you're happy, click OK. So now we've got a few things in there, let's talk about legal and compliance. So not all signatures will need a disclaimer, but if you want to, we already have a pre-formatted styled box so you can copy and paste into. However, if you did want to use your own, you can use the text and fields tool instead. Now that we've got a basic signature, let's add some colours and styles to make it a bit more exciting and more tailored to your brand. To do so, click on the canvas, and here we can add a color code, line heights, and change the font sizes and font styles. To add some fonts, let's use the drop down arrow, and here we can select a number of fonts from Arial to Georgia to Homer and Verdana, for example, already installed. You can click manage and upload a custom font. Once you do so, the text will be rendered as images, and what that means is quality can vary, links may not be clickable, and they can become attachments, but at the same time the font can be seen by all mail clients, mobile devices, recipients, users, etc. If you don't want that to happen, you can type in a custom font and use a font stack instead. So for example, we can type in Montserrat, if we can spell it right. Montserrat, followed by another font, such as Arial, followed by sans serif or serif. And what that means is that everything on the canvas will inherit those font styles, apart from the disclaimer, which is currently still set to grey and a smaller size. Choose a font size as well, so I'm going to go for 10 points. And I'm going to type in a color code. If you know your hex values, copy and paste them in now, or type them out. If you don't know, type in red, blue, green, for example, and that will change the color of the signature. And you can also use the color picker tool here to change the color as well. So I'm going to type in a gray. I'm also going to add a color to the display name. Now, I've already copied and pasted. I'm going to take that same color code and paste it onto the table cells of the labels. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the color to the social media as well in bulk using the group. These lines that surround multiple elements are called groups. The inner lines are your table cells, and these lines here are your tables. The groups allow you to move elements around. Same with the tables as well, so you don't have to worry about repositioning individual elements all at once or individually. You can do that in bulk. Next, I'm going to apply some bold formatting to the labels. You can use Control B or Command B to do this as well to speed up your process. No. You can also set things to uppercase and italics, underlines, small caps, and all caps or lowercase. This button here is your clear formatting button, and that removes any formatting you don't wish to have applied. Really useful if you're copying and pasting text. I'm going to set the display name to bold and uppercase, as well as 12 points. You may notice it is set to pixels at the moment, but I am going to change that to points. I'm also going to set the social media to be flat, so removing the grass, and keep them as corners, rounded corners. You can also make them as circular or as square as you like, but I quite like the rounded corners at this stage. Each icon also has their own padding, so you can add or remove padding to create space. I'm going to remove it from the bottom because we do not need that. And whilst we're on the subject of padding, it is your friend. So for example, I'm going to apply the padding to the top of this group. Align it to be central with the logo. I'm also going to align the logo to be central and apply padding to the image as well. This does mean that you don't always have to add padding to the table cells. It is a good idea if you're planning on adding or removing elements, especially on the left and right columns. Alignment center for the alignment center for the user photo tool as well. Next we can apply padding to the tables and table cells and a border. So here we go. Click on the table cell, uncheck all the same, 2 pixels or more to the right or 1, and apply the color code. You can go up to 8 pixels. Apply padding, so I'm going to apply some to the right. I'm going to go about 20 pixels. You can do less or more depending on your design, and the same for this one. It may be a bit difficult to see, but I tend to count from this big space in, so 1, 2, and so on that second line we add padding. Then again on the 3rd lines in or 4th lines in on each individual table cell, I'm going to apply padding to the top. You can do it to the bottom as well if you want to. This is just the way that I work. Okay, and then we can apply padding elsewhere, such as on this table cell here where the banner is, as well as the legal and compliance text. Alright, so there's that, and what we can also do now is align this table to be central. And align this group to be central for a bit more customization. So now everything is central with each other. Then, when you're happy, you can add some space above and below as well, to give yourself some space between the message body. Click on the 2nd line in, which is your table. Uncheck all the same and apply some padding to the top. I'm going to go for 13 to the top and the bottom. And you can see how that makes some space between the top of this area here, as well as on the bottom itself. Then don't forget to name your signature. Save the changes. And you can edit rules, view all signatures, or continue editing. To edit the rules will allow you to apply the signature straight away to your emails. Choose your senders, enable, and save the changes, and you are now live and ready to go. Congratulations, you've just built your first signature template within the product. If you need any help, click on our chatbot here. Go to troubleshooting and help and read through some of our articles, or submit a support request. And you can also contact us via phone, and we will be more than happy to help with your queries. We hope you enjoyed this video and have a wonderful rest of your day.